Hello my dear friends, welcome to Canadian Immigration Channel. Question of the day: how difficult, how challenging it is to find an employer in Canada during this turmoil times, during pandemic, while we're still with COVID-19. Before we proceed further, if you want us to look at your chances for immigration to Canada, click on the link cictv.ca/go. One of our specialists will be in direct contact with you and assess your application for successful relocation to Canada. Speaking about finding an employer, it's never been an easy task to find yourself an employer outside of Canada, even in good times. While we're in pandemic, it's more challenging simply because there are lots of people who have temporarily were laid off, who lost their jobs temporarily because of pandemic, because businesses were forced to be closed for quite a while. Luckily, situation is getting much better right now. Most of businesses are back. Most of businesses have recovered, figured out how to work remotely, and so on. So if we're not talking about hospitality industry, which has suffered tremendously all over the world, we are talking about the situation in Canada overall. It's much better than it was a couple of months ago. I would say it's more or less back to normal, well, whatever we call a new normality here. Now, speaking about finding employers from abroad, everybody's trying to refer to 2 points in here: Atlantic pilot, rural pilot, right? Well, municipal pilot is coming. We're not touching the base with this right now simply because it has not been unveiled completely and entirely, but comparing these two, I think we spoke about them before. I would say that rural pilot is working much better right now than Atlantic, simply because there are northern communities which are not affected by COVID. There were literally no cases of COVID in northern Ontario, for example, where Sudbury, where the North Bay, where Timmins are located, those large hubs which are attracting applicants from abroad. But I want to focus more on job fairs. I want to focus more on those external events which are taking place where employers are looking to attract applicants from abroad. Do not forget about Intech Career Expo. Mind you, Intech was shifted, its date was shifted towards October, but if you register for it like we recommended to doing you before, there is the schedule, there is this calendar where you could participate in small events with employers and you could nail yourself an employer in Canada. Yep, well, I won't say that chances are great for everybody. It highly depends on your occupation, it highly depends on your skills, but all in all, that is your chance to go forward. Another option is external job fairs. Despite the fact that most of job fairs which were conducted by New Brunswick, for example, by Nova Scotia, they were on pause right now simply because officers don't want to go abroad, nobody wants to deal with COVID. Well, Destination Canada, largest job fair outside of Canada, is already planned. Dates are set for February and for March, and I strongly recommend you to register for it. We spoke before in one of our videos, in quite recent one, about another large job fair which will take place in Netherlands, where Canadian companies are coming in, and these Canadian companies are looking to attract applicants from abroad. And the fact that these job fairs are taking place, that they're scheduled for winter when they're scheduled for spring, gives us lots and lots of hope and positivity that in fact companies are looking back to attract applicants from abroad. They are looking to take these applicants from abroad. Predominantly they are looking for IT specialists, they are looking for engineers, they are looking for truck drivers, they are looking for early childhood educators. Now that is a chance for you to look at your profile and say, well, maybe my wifey would be working as an early childhood educator or as a nanny. There's still a huge demand for nannies in Canada, and there are opportunities to look above and beyond pilots. I'm not saying pilots are not working, but what I mean here is those areas which were hit by COVID the hardest, those areas which are scared to be hit by COVID the hardest, like Atlantic, right? It's not that they were hit, but they're scared because they might not have enough capacity to hospitalize people, to help those people in need if COVID comes to them, the second, third wave, whatever not, right? I would rather tell you that you gotta look above and beyond that. I would definitely recommend you to participate in job fairs. Considering the number of those fairs popping up here and there, it's a golden chance for you to try to connect with employers. Besides, I mean, many of you are working from home right now, so nothing would prevent you from literally registering for those events online as well. Stay tuned with us. If you got questions, concerns on how to apply, what to do with those events, feel free to drop us a line. And mind you, we are running regular webinars and masterclasses on immigration to Canada. These are absolutely free of charge for the purpose of your education, how immigration works. So click on the link on the screen, register, and we'll see you there.